name is Arron. I'm from Lewisburg, West Virginia. When I was looking at schools, colleges, I knew that I wanted to go someplace bigger, to have experiences that I couldn't really have being a gay person in a small town. I eventually decided to go to Columbia in New York, and 2 weeks before the end of term, I met this really great guy, and we hit it off. Like, things were sort of fast and furious, and we ended up hooking up, having sex, and we didn't really communicate a lot before, and we also didn't take steps to protect ourselves. A few weeks after that, I had returned to my hometown and got really sick. And I found out later that what I had was like a really bad case of swine flu. But the experience took like 3 weeks and 15 pounds that I didn't really have to spare away from me. And I was really terrified because I was online and on WebMD, and what kept popping up was acute HIV infection, and I was really terrified. And I talked to a few of my friends that are healthcare providers here in the area in Lewisburg, and received advice like, well, you should make sure that it's not just confidential, but also anonymous, because this was 2010, and it's still, the fact that I requested an HIV test could limit, at that point, like insurance that I could get later. So it was this weird sort of thing. I was getting problematic advice and also just really terrified and working 40 plus hours a week and not getting a lot of sleep and thinking that I was really sick. And I started living as if I was really sick. When I got the test results back in New York, I was extremely relieved, and I took a friend with me so that, you know, I would have someone right there beside me as support. And it was a relief, but I also realized that, like, I had missed out on a lot and had kind of become more withdrawn because of the experience, because I was living as if I was sick. After I told my friend, I called my parents, and they were really happy. They put me on speakerphone, talked to me together, and it was nice because I kind of felt the same relief. They said all the right things. They've always kind of tried to say all the right things, but there was just something in their tone that I could tell that they were at ease, instead of just, you know, saying the right things. And now it's interesting because, like, I really just didn't know a lot about HIV at that time. And I feel like whatever the results had been, my life would still be okay. And I'd still be able to adapt and, like, have a full life. So it's interesting, like, I left to kind of gain experiences that I couldn't get at home. And what I learned was that it is okay to be alone, and that I don't necessarily need those experiences to be who I am and to, like, you know, improve on the relationships that I have with the people that are already in my life. And it's also showed me that it's really important to communicate with the people that are in my life, whether they've been there since birth, like my family, or whether I'm just meeting them.